Namaste Galactic family, welcome back to my channel IndigoAngel. Thank you for returning, and if you're new, don't forget to hit the notifications bell to continue to receive my messages. Today I have a galactic energy update for the first day of the year, so Happy New Year and welcome to 2020. A lot has been going on through these major gateways. We just went through a symbolic push through the galactic center as we now sit on the other side of the GC. You can kind of think of the GC as like the galactic admin. This would be a finding where the elders kind of like to hang out. So all of our galactic family tree, I just wrote an article about this called The Immeasurable Races of Laniakea. And this connects us to the heart of Laniakea. And this is also considered the great-great-grandmother who spawned the supercluster. Okay, so we now sit on the other side of this. I also like to consider the GC kind of like the black-eyed vortex of centripetal electrical retraction. It does take us through this hyper-attuned collective awareness where we pull back and we strip away the collective shadow. This process happens whether we like it or not because this is a planetary event. So this is also happening planetarily, it's happening biologically, and it's happening on a massive collective level. This is all through the visible and non-visible interdimensional light spectrum. You may have been getting in your tarot the death card. Okay, the death card really illuminates this planetary process. It signifies those transformational passageways from dark to light, light to dark. And also you may be getting atonement or the judgment card, blowing the trumpets, as this process will deliver several annunciations swiftly by Archangel Gabriel and the radial light source Fomalhaut. We are now coming upon the Stymphalian birds planetarily, cosmically, galactically, which are a profound avian trinity that will take each to the peak of ascension into the light, into the highest states of God's sovereignty and transformational bliss through genetic cellular memory of grail retrieval. Because the more photonic light that we embody, the more radial source energy that comes into the cellular structure, the farther you can travel and retain and retract and pull information from that grail line. So please see the link above for the Avian Trinity. So expect resurrection, energy bursts of rapid healing, full body vibrations of gratitude, and high life honors of humility, settling gently inside the fourth density collective and individually as well. Existentially transducting the height of the divine masculine in its pure light, bringing balance inside of any chaos. We will be experiencing a clearing, a purification cycle, a regeneration of purity, healing, safety, and foundation. Uranus will be conjunct with the Pleiades all through May 2020, as I believe it sits at Taurus 2 degrees 21 this morning as I record this update, and is going to be moving very slowly within these markers for some time, revolutionizing the fifth density, the sphere that the Pleiadian host strongholds in the universal celestial template. You can say it's adding a higher octave on the vibration of Mercury that has been a wrecking ball in the 5D wars. Okay, so that higher octave as we go through a lot of more of the collective shadow in October, November, and December months, it's like a wrecking ball because it is heightened. So it does activate those 5D wars, the freedom wars that should be wrapping up the height of their collective and individual expression by March 2020. Uluru, Ayers Rock in Australia, considered the planetary solar plexus and also a mother arc gate site connecting all 12 heart chakras of Gaia, is aligning through planetary activation due to occur at the time of the Saturn-Pluto conjunction and will be blasting light energy along the feminine ley lines, extending to Machu Picchu and Lake Titicaca, stimulating more of the dormant codes inside of the old equatorial reality fields. Uluru bringing in 2020 through very intense lightning storms. 2020 also bringing in 5.0 scale earthquakes in Kamachi, Russia, Papua New Guinea, and L'Esperance Rock, New Zealand. The materialization of Gaia is reacting along the west coast lines of the Ring of Fire. This having opened portals more to the old equatorial Earth, which awakens pre-cataclysm or pre-fallen Terra grid imprints inside of the planetary spheres, shields, and dormant portions of the Earth, which is what's needed to reestablish the bond to any type of variation of mutation within the DNA modifications to the angelic human. It's a repairing process from the trauma served since the Lemurian Holocaust, but also a reawakening of the archaic revival to humanity. A great healing that serves within a particular platform in the biological and planetary structures. More knowledge comes to the simultaneously existing reality fields and longitudinal time waves for us to integrate into the subconscious collective. Many galactic cycles simultaneously existing, many celestial universal templates igniting God worlds, universal radial systems that are approaching conjunction are Vega, Lyra, and the planetary shields of Aramatania. The sun is aligned 10 degrees 32 Capricorn to Vega Lyra, as this morning I did just check Denver, Colorado alignments. Okay, so the sun is aligned 10 degrees 32 Capricorn to Vega Lyra as this morning in Denver, Colorado alignments. Mercury is also aligned 5 degrees 12 Alpha Beta Capricornus, making its way into Vega. Jupiter and Saturn are within relative markers to Vega. Pluto is aligning to Aquila and Cygnus, the Stymphalian trio. So that's going to align right within that Saturn conjunction at that time. So Pluto will be in Aquila and Cygnus. These avian activations heighten the experience of plasma embodiment and experience of the avian brain. So expect major DNA activations as it breaks down, replicates, stores information, and expresses information. Full 12-strand illumination and re-encoding of the DNA molecule through the biological sphere of a mentee, or what is IM10. This is amplifying and directly related to the covenant of the Decalogue. Principles related to ethics and worship, which play a fundamental role in moral behavior for the human race. These activations are basically what wrote the 10 commandments and treaties since the creation of the galaxy, as each individual planetarily and biologically holds their own inscribed commandments within the gridding system of their own body. Therefore, this is one of the many reasons for the 5D wars as many reach mastery. We are beginning to walk in the time of master to master, where each being does seek to be treated as such. And so the recognition of that is necessary. The recognition of commandments are necessary for deeper understanding and to continue to awaken these flames to the decrees by God, peace agreements, and taking oaths, which will be necessary for further peaceful coevolution. These Lyran alignments assist in upholding these crucial commandments that may otherwise consume one into decaying decrees. All of this parallel to the halls of records, the DNA galaxy helix, the heart geometry, and the golden ratio decagon, which are the portal structures for incoming and seeding nations. So if you think of it at a density level, within the planetary and biological structures of materialization holographically, it would mean that the portal structure of Andromeda would host this parallel transital universe, amplifying the dynamic relationship between the Milky Way and Andromeda, and all transiting seeds of consciousness units from transiting radial sources through to angelic nations within the fabrics of gravity. All reconfigurational inexplicability relates to all parallels of systems. So the master geneticists were the masters of IM10. This is why you see the 10 spheres on the original Kabbalah tree of life, where the Jewish mysticism depicts the universal tree as 10 interconnected nodes. which has evolved into a 12 to 15 node grid as consciousness on the planet has developed, representing the 15-dimensional human. In today's galactic esoteric knowledge, 10 nodes represent the dark sun agendas, or a cap of limitation that was implanted as a network inside of the reptilian brain, which these were often self-installed. Okay, so awareness of this is crucial. Again, these structures will be breaking down more as planetary stargate portals open more progressively. But ultimately, 10 nodes signifying the passageway from the heaven to the underworlds, matter to antimatter, and materialization to dematerialization, connecting all forms of creation. I have also been receiving Master Builder Codes 22 and 222 master numbers, Higher Humanity Reconstruction Codes, which I have listed several of these Master Builder nations on my website in an article called Immeasurable Races of the Super Colossal Clusters. Please check out this article as I received this message moments before the clock struck midnight on New Year's Eve. I also just want to leave with a announcement is I also just released my new book on New Year's Eve called How to Read Celestial Akashic Records, and this is now available for purchase on my website IndigoAngel222.com. So I'm very excited to share this with you guys, and I hope that I get some feedback on this, because this is the first book I've ever written and published and have gone public with, so I'm very excited to share this with everyone. Also, if you would like a star seed or an Akashic record reading, you can also find me at my website, IndigoAngel222.com, and I would love to give you a reading. And you can also subscribe to my Patreon, patreon.com/IndigoAngel. This is where I keep some of my best work, and I love you guys so much. So I just want to wish you all a happy new year. I hope that you enjoyed this galactic energy update, and namaste. I will see you guys on the next video.